How's it going, guys? My name is Justin Bush, and I'm the founder of Vessium, the first truly no-code agentic workflow platform that's capable of building itself, testing itself, and improving itself. Now I'm going to give you a quick overview of how we can create some of these orchestrations today, as well as how we can have the agents test the workflow for us. And if we get the time, we'll go through some self-improving workflows as well, all without a single line of code or any knowledge of AI pipelines, really. So let's start by going to our workflows, and we'll create a new workflow. Let's just make it a lead gen workflow for example's sake. And we're going to ask Vessium to create us a lead gen workflow. And now we can have this be as catered and personalized to our situation as much as we want. For this specific example, we're just going to make it very generic so I can give you some ideas of what exactly is possible. And so now Vessium is actually breaking apart our query and deciding what is necessary in order to create this workflow for us by going through any sort of tool calling and agent creation necessary in order to do this. Now note, if we wanted to, for example, create something that's actually personalized for our specific business, we would simply just prompt it here and clarify all the details that we actually needed to. And so now here you can see that it's creating a workflow for us. First, it's going to go through a lead information extraction agent, followed by a lead qualification agent. Then we're going to go through a classification switch, which is the lead priority level, as well as outputs for each individual one. And let's actually add, based on this. So we can now actually edit workflows in real time and personalize existing agents, add new agents, or even optimize our entire workflow based on these specific queries that we provided. Great, so we now have a final node output that we can do here. Now, let's have it test the workflow for us. So it's going to create some data for us that we can use to actually test the sophistication of this workflow and if it's something we are actually looking for. And as you can see now, it has actually started the workflow test for us, and it's going to analyze the outputs in real time. As you can see, the node statuses here indicate the node status of the current run. We can see that it went through a high lead priority, and it chose this node for that, as well as our lead processing summary that it's currently finishing up right now. And it avoided these two nodes because we went through our high priority switch. Now let's actually have it test our low quality. See if it can pick up that spelling error. And essentially what it's going to do now is it's going to try and create data for us that is going to trigger that low quality lead prioritization. And now remember that we don't have to have it just create mock data for us. We can actually instead go through and include our own data from our own integrations, for example. As you can see, it went through and we managed to trigger the low prioritization of the switch, and we went through a lead processing summary, and we're finished. Awesome. And here we can actually see all of the outputs of our data. Here we can actually see the input data that's been provided here and why this was a low quality lead. And yeah, this is essentially Vessium. You can now actually access this from an endpoint. We're on localhost right now, but it will be our Vessium endpoints. And just for time's sake, this is Vessium. Yeah, feel free to come to vessium.com and check us out.